All right, camshaft is installed. Now we got to put in our phaser limiter. If you're confused on how to do it, it comes with instructions on how to do it. Honestly, this is not a how-to. This is now turned into my adventures of swapping out a cam. I'll try to throw out pointers where I can, but it's the best I can do. Sorry. So let's get into it. Comes with instructions. So step one, we need to find step one. Step one, there are two bolts where some of the threads have been partly turned down as pins. Okay, right here, where that, oh god, some of my hair is on here. Where this pin is, the tool slips over one pin bolt and is used to relieve the spring tension. The other one must remain in the phaser during lock installation. Place the tool over the visible pin. Run the adjusting screw down until it just touches the outside face of the trigger wheel. Tighten the screw one turn. This takes the spring pressure off the pin. What I'm going to do here... Nope, that doesn't make any sense. Right there. Boom. Then bring this like so. Tool slips over the pin bolt. Run the adjusting screw down until it just touches the outside face of the trigger wheel. Done. Tighten the screw one turn. Hang on. Let's do that over again. Alright, just touching. I'm going to do 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. This takes the spring pressure off the pin. Turn the phaser over and loosen the circled bolt pin that's opposite of the dowel pin. So this one here, our dowel pin on our camshaft goes into this slot, so we're looking at the opposite of that. T25. Caution, do not completely remove this bolt. Spring will unwind. Do not remove tool unless all bolts are installed. Oh, god damn. One turn. I think I did that. One complete turn, right? Set it back down. Alright. One turn from the dowel pin. From the dowel pin. To the dowel pin. Okay. So that's loosened. Proceed to remove the remaining 4 bolts. Okay. So we loosened that one turn. Now we can... Ah, Jesus. Ah! That's rough. Alright, proceed to remove the 4 remaining bolts. So basically, this bolt is loosened so that way we could flip this around. Pretty long screw, pretty long bolts. Oh. Whoa. Okay, these are 2 separate sizes, so I'm going to do this where I have the bolts lined up with the holes that they were in. Well, those are the same, but still. Step 3, rotate the plate to view the internals of the phaser. Done. So we want insert lock here with the slit facing the center. So here. Did I count that right? Let's see the directions here. Insert lock. Okay. So just right of this hole. So that means we want to slip it into there. Then we want to slip this. Oh god. Did I put that in upside down? Okay. Looks like mistakes were made here, huh? Okay. Yeah, they don't really put it in the instructions or in the directions, so you want the bigger opening facing up. That's basically what it boils down to. Drop that puppy in there. Do this. Tighten the plug until the lock does not move. Okay. Turn the opposite way just to get it out of there. That is not moving. Let's try it. Yep, not budging. Okay. So now we bring this back. Okay. Step 4. Where is it? Where's the step 4? No! Step 4. Rotate the plate back around. Apply Loctite to each bolt before installation. Torque the bolts to 14 foot-pounds. Now we double check. All right, good to go. All right, remove the tool and the phaser is ready for installation. Okay, cool. So we remove this tool here, loosen that, bring it up, and we're good. Now all we have to do is reinstall. Clean it off. All right, so we have everything reinstalled. Timing chain tensioner is on with the tension applied. Everything looks good. Your embossed logo or line on the cam gear is pointed up. Piston is still top dead center, piston number 1. Now, one way to actually make sure that your timing is correct is to rotate your assembly 4 times. And if you have rotated 4 times and it comes up top dead center again, that means your timing is right. Okay, we've rotated about 6 times. Each time the number 1 piston came top dead center, so that gives us another dose of confidence that our timing is correct. So the camshaft bolt is torqued down to 90 foot-pounds, so that's what we'll do. So what I did was I took this, but I instead applied it this way, upside down, like so. But then as I rotated it, the handle was up against the oil pump. So I used the leverage from the oil pump spanning tool, then in one of these slots, and I was able to tighten this down to 90 foot-pounds.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, so why was this a mistake? By using the spanning tool and using then the tone ring and the oil pump as leverage to torque down the cam bolt at 90 foot-pounds. Well, what happened was when I tightened it down to 90 foot-pounds, bent one of the windows in the actual tone ring itself. And one way how I did fix this was using a tapping hammer to flatten it back out. It was literally just a very slight bend. And this was able to affect it this drastically, and I was actually kind of surprised by that. One way to go about this is to utilize your timing chain or some sort of chain or belt. If you're replacing your timing chain, just use your old timing chain. And then what you can do is then hold that in some sort of manner that you can the bolt to torque it down. There's plenty of different ways to go about it, but this certainly was not it. That it was a lesson learned, and that I showed it on video, and that I'm not trying to hide anything. You know, most people, they just show all the good stuff that they do and all the brilliant success that they have on their YouTube videos. And to be honest, I wanted to take a different approach to this. I took a chance, took a shot in the dark, and here I am doing it. And this was one of the biggest lessons learned out of everything.
It's very difficult doing work when you're just out here kicking fur all over the place. Come on.